This is no better way. There is no better way to start your day than this right here. Make sure to leave my running shoes and my running gear on my desk in the morning so there's no friction between me trying to find it, so I can just put it on and get straight out. Look at that morning though. Absolutely stunning. Good morning to run. You know what, when I get back from this run, we're going to give this office a tidy because it's gotten a bit messy over the past few weeks. I want to get it cleaned up today before I start work. Tidy space is a tidy mind. In fact, no, first job, I'm going to shave this beard. I hate it when it gets too long, so I'm just going to get that off before I go for a run. It pricks me too much, do you know what I mean? Beautiful day for a run. Let's go. Oh, what a morning. It is crisp, man. Stunning. Which way am I going? I really dislike bringing the camera with me on a run, because when I'm running I love to just be in the zone, not being weighed down. And obviously this iPhone's real heavy. Maybe a GoPro could be a good idea, because this camera is already doing me head in. I'm not even a kilometre in. But man, look at that sun. I am blessed to have a really good local running route. As you can see, it's just stunning. And especially when the sun's out. This is why we do it, man. This is no better way. There is no better way to start your day than this right here. Bliss, man. Stunning. I'm going to tidy the office because it's gotten a bit of a mess over the past few weeks, so I'm going to do that so my mind's clear and start the day. Something I do as well is I clean this PC about every 3 months because it gets full of dust. I think it's very important that you look after the equipment you use, that you do in your daily work, because without it, you'd be nowhere. So that's the office, pretty much tidy now, ready to start the work day. So yeah, pretty much basically for the past year, not even a year. Well, yeah, I started it a year ago. I've been building my freelance graphic design business, and it's grown more than I could ever have imagined in a year. But you know, that was it. I have worked very hard on it, and I gave a lot of things up, and I've gone on this whole self-development journey, cutting out every bad habit and just like pretty much putting every bit of time I've got into this. You know, they say when you start a business, it's harder than working a job, and you never ever switch off. It's 10 times that, do you know what I mean? Like, I find it very hard to switch off outside of work. I'm always doing something to do with the business, whether that, you know, it's always tinkering on the weekends, always on the computer doing something, because I don't really do anything else, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't play games anymore. I find it so hard to play a game because I just can't get my head into it. I do feel like I'm just wasting time. I often like to try and sit down and watch a film all the way through. I've always been a film guy, but recently it's been quite hard to just watch a film. My head's always just in the game, do you know what I mean? Which I love, do you know what I mean? I absolutely love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. But my graphic design Instagram is here by Frankie Harry. Yeah, so I'll show you a little bit of what I'm going to do today, a little bit of an insight into the business today, take you through it. Another thing I wanted to say was, when you run your own business, or when you're in this sort of mind frame, life feels like a game. And especially when you're doing exercise, you're bettering yourself. Doing all these things is like building your stats in a game in like GTA or something. It sounds crazy, but I genuinely feel like that. When you're running a business, you're trying to do everything to level it up. And when you're looking after yourself and you're running and you go in the gym, you're always wanting to level up. And seeing that progress in real time is just the most rewarding thing in the world. I was literally saying this with my mate the other day who runs his own thing as well. When you run a business and you look after yourself and stuff, life just feels like a game. Don't know if anyone else feels like that, but I f***ing love it. So as you can see here, this is an electrolytes drink brand I've been working on. A new electrolyte drink mix brand sachets called Friday. I came up with the name. The branding's finished, so I've just been doing the final packaging design. So this is the outside box, it's the first draft, and then these are the sachets. So I've sent these over for the client's review and see what they think, but it's going to be awesome. A product I'm definitely going to be using because electrolytes will definitely help with me running. So yeah, that's I've just finished that this week. I wish I was outside there playing. Look at that blue sky, and it's rare we get nice weather like that here, but work to do. But today's job is I'm building these mood boards for a coffee brand I'm working on. So we've done the brand strategy. We're currently in the style direction phase now. So I'm putting together 2 mood boards for the client to see which style direction they prefer. I'll show you the first one here now. So this is the first one I've designed for them. So it's super, it's modern, but it's got a slight vintagey retro feel to it. Orange and yellow color palettes, this type of typography, quite uneven, playful, hand-drawn. So this is the first one I've made. It's all the brand's all about community, eco-playfulness, adventure, and social. So that's the first mood board, and I've got another idea in mind for the second one, so I'm going to be working on that today. So you can see I've just finished this second mood board here, which differs massively from the first one. As you can see, this is a lot more modern, bold, in your face. Bolder typography, very colourful. Gen Z is the word for it. I don't know, but yeah, that's the second one done. I think I'm gonna do a third mood board just so it gives the client an extra sort of bridge of security for what style they want to go down, because sometimes 2's not enough. 3 might be the sweet spot, so maybe a in between of that one and the first one. So, but now I'm ready for some food, so I'm gonna go make my lunch, breakfast/lunch at 1:45. But it's pretty much what I eat every day, so let me show you it now. I should also probably change out of me running clothes because I stink, man. But I'll do it later. Let's go get some food. So I pretty much eat the same breakfast every day. 2 eggs, bought free range from the farm, straight from source. 2 eggs on sourdough bread, half an avocado, tomatoes, jalapenos, and these little sweet pepper drops. Oh my days, if you've never tried these are the nicest things ever. This is a new addition to the lunch because you couldn't used to get these in Tesco, but you can now. Mate, these are unbelievable. And garlic, cook the eggs in garlic. And I cook everything in butter. Full, fat, proper butter, because no seed oils around here. People say, oh, butter, it's so bad for you. It's not. I eat loads of it because I cook everything in it. Nothing beats this stuff. It's amazing. Like I say, I pretty much eat this every single day. I just love eggs. And you know, I think when you have particular food for your breakfast or your lunch, it takes away so much friction of the day, because you know what you're cooking, you know exactly what you're having, and it's so good for you. So yeah, I don't really take too long for lunch. Usually about half an hour. But I always eat lunch around 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So good. This is the tastiest food in the world. Shouldn't be healthy, do you know what I mean? But it is. I used to be scared to use butter because I thought, oh, I'm gonna put so much weight on it, it's such a fatty thing. And they tell you about saturated fats, they're the worst thing in the world for you. It's all lies. As long as you're exercising and you're healthy and you're keeping fit, butter is not an issue. Butter's very good for you. Super clean fat. I've started drinking 0 sugar pops again recently, doing my research on sweeteners and realising there's actually nothing harmful in them. Obviously it's still not great to have a Fanta Zero or a Diet Coke, but it's just a little thing I like to have in the afternoon to get me through work. I've decided I'm gonna make a third mood board for the client, so I'm gonna just crack on with that now and then, yeah. Okay, so I've just finished the style direction presentations, and they took a lot longer than I thought they would, but I'll show you them now. So that was the first one I presented. So I'll put it into a presentation like this, and then I've uploaded it to my Notion document where you can review it. So I've got the first one here, And then I give a brief description of the overall theme of it, the colour palette, the typography, the imagery, key elements and keywords. And then I throw in a third one as well, like that. So 3 completely different styles for the client to choose from. This way, do style directions, because you don't want to start any design work before you've done brand strategy and style direction, because there's no point putting a pen to paper before you know exactly what the client wants, because you might get a month, 3 weeks into the design stage, you present the first concept to the client and they're like, that is nothing like what I expected, so you just waste time. So I've refined my process. I keep refining my client process down and down. Yeah, so literally every project it gets pretty much better. It's 4 o'clock now. I've got to package up a full visual identity that I've just finished for Scofin Golf, which is a new golf simulator studio based in Portland. So I need to basically package up all the files. So he's paid the final payment, the final 50%, and now I need to package up all the files and send in his whole file package for his new branding so he can really use it in the real world. So, but yeah, been good. After I've completed one like real big task of the day, I find it hard to just transition into another big task. So it's something I need to work on. For example, I've just spent like 5 hours doing those style direction, mood boards, presentation, and now I know I need to go into packaging up all the final files for this brand. And it's just like, oh, I just need to like breathe after being on the computer for so long. You know what, I might even go for a walk, quick walk around the block, then come back to it. I need to get changed out these clothes. I recently bought this mid layer from Solomon. Basically I'm wanting to go, I'm gonna want to start wild camping. So I'm just currently getting all the gear, some clothes. I need to get my tent, my pack and everything. But I needed like a mid layer to go underneath like a waterproof jacket. So I got this off from Solomon in this like really nice champagne colour. It's really nice. You've got the Solomon logo there. It's like this really nice waffle material, but it's real stretchy, dead comfy. So comfy to wear. Super stoked with that. Got it off the Solomon website. It was reduced from 85 to 60. But yeah, cool. There's a little tip as well if you're a designer. If you ever get a load of anchor points like this, simply click this little lasso tool here, like that. Go around, shape round the anchor points you want to remove. Go up to Object, Path, and Simplify. Boom. So I've just about finished putting together the logo suite package for Scofin. So this is typically what the document looks like. I get every variant of the logo in every colorway and then rename everything. So now, if you watch, when I come to export this, export for screens, I've labeled every single one of them, and then I'll change the files. So PNG, I give them PNG, I give them PDF, and I give them SVG. And you can see the time is 5 to 9, so this is very late for me. But it is what it is. Sometimes you've got to put the work in on the day so you can have so you can stay on track for tomorrow. Because if I didn't get this done tonight, this would have taken me like 3-4 hours tomorrow, do you know what I mean? And that pushes all the client projects back, which I can't have. Staying with a strict routine to make sure I get client projects done fast, meaning I can take on more work. And yeah, that's it, finished. I've been on that project for 2 months. It was a very slow start, and then we got into the swing of things. But yeah, that's it, finished. The final files sent over. Feels good, man. So I've just finished 2 big projects, and now I'm on to 2 more projects, which really excited for to actually start now and start getting creatively into it. It's a crazy feeling this, and I'm so grateful to have this much work and actually have the choice of what work I can work on. That's because I work hard on the marketing. You know, I put out 2 reels a week every Wednesday and Sunday, and I make sure that nothing stops that, because I've figured out the 2 things that move the needle in my business is marketing and client work. Without those 2 things, the business would be gone. So that was something I sort of lined up and really nailed down a month or so ago, was making sure I didn't miss out on any marketing. Because the one mistake I made when I started this business is when I got my first few clients and everything was going really well, when I was working on those client projects, I stopped marketing myself because I thought, well, I don't need the work. Do you know what I mean? I don't need any more inquiries. But that was the worst thing I ever did, because my business just went slump. And after it, I must have had like a month without any inquiries. So when I came on to want to finish the projects and came on to take new projects on, there was none. So thankfully I've learned from that massive mistake now. So now I haven't, and I always have, the best thing is, even if you're busy, the best thing is to be in demand. You always want to be in demand, even though you can't take on the work. Because that's just the way that's a reputation you want as a freelancer. So yeah, your marketing should never, ever be put to one side, or you feel like, oh, I don't need to do that now because I've got work. But you won't in 2 months. But yeah, that's something I learned. Yeah, I need to get back into daily journaling. It's another thing that's slipped for me. Since I went to London for my birthday, and since I came back, it slipped because I leave journaling till really late at night, like now, and I always find myself too tired to really get my thoughts out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this round and start doing this. Start journaling in the morning instead now. So we're going to do that tomorrow. So I'm like, just awake, I'll journal how I'm feeling from the day before, and even just feelings from the morning. And yeah, journaling helps a lot because it gets all those thoughts out your head, and you can start to think clearly. Because you don't want to be overthinking while you're working, because you won't concentrate and stuff. So yeah, journaling's helped me massively. So I recommend anyone to journal. If you're anybody, you don't have to be anything. I recommend anyone to journal, just to get your thoughts out there and to really analyze and ask yourself questions about how you're feeling. Dig deep. It's a really awesome practice. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that now. So get out of here. Right, I'm going bed. Also, I'm an absolute pig. I've been in my running clothes all day. I've not even got changed out of my trainers. It's been one of them days where it's just been busy. I've not even had time to get out of my running clothes, and I stink, man. Right, I'm gonna end that one here. I had fun with that. It was my first vlog, so yeah. See you when I see you.